You ever have a dream that's so big, so awesome, that just thinking about where to start feels, well, impossible? We're going to dive into a story from old Japan today about a samurai who knew that feeling all too well. It's a story all about waiting.
Seriously, think about it. That huge project you've got in mind, that goal that could change everything, does the size of it just stop you in your tracks sometimes? You find yourself waiting for the perfect moment or for some magical burst of inspiration to hit? Yeah, you are definitely not alone in that. All right, so let's get into it. Our story is about a young samurai named Yuki. And Yuki, like a lot of us, had some seriously big ambitions. But his story, well, it's a bit of a cautionary tale.
Now, Yuki didn't just want to be a warrior, he wanted to be the warrior, a legend. He'd spend his days daydreaming about winning epic battles, reading stories about heroes, and just imagining all the honor he'd bring to his family. He really truly believed that having this huge, powerful dream was the most important part of the whole thing. But here's the thing, when the sun came up and it was actually time to pick up the sword and train, suddenly there was always a reason not to. He'd tell himself, it's a little too cloudy today. Or, I'm not feeling 100%. Or my favorite one, I just need a little more time to plan my training. Then I'll really get started.
And just like that, the years started to fly by. Younger warriors, guys who just got up and trained every single day, whether they felt like it or not, started getting better than him. The gap between the legendary warrior in his head and the actual man he was, well, it became this huge empty space filled with frustration and a whole lot of regret.
Yuki's story isn't just about putting things off. It's a perfect picture of what we could call the motivation trap. It's that tricky, dangerous space between wanting something amazing and actually being willing to do the hard, boring work to get it.
This really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's the tough lesson Yuki learned. His big dream, without any action behind it, just became a cozy place to hide. He got so good at dreaming that the dream itself started to feel like an accomplishment, which left him totally unprepared for the actual work.
And there's some real science to this. When we just talk about our big goals, our brain actually gives us a little hit of dopamine. It's like a tiny reward that makes us feel good, almost like we've already done something. It's this little brain hack that rewards the planning, not the doing. And that makes it so easy to just stay stuck in the dream.
Okay, so if waiting around for motivation is a trap, what's the way out? Well, legendary masters like the swordsman Miyamoto Musashi, they knew a different way. A philosophy for building greatness, not in one giant leap, but slowly, piece by piece, day after day. It's a concept called Kaizen, and it's all about small, continuous improvements. The big idea here is that you don't climb a mountain by staring at the top and wishing you were there. No, you climb it by taking one single step, and then another, and another. This lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got Yuki's mindset, waiting for the perfect weather, for that lightning bolt of inspiration. And on the other, you have the Kaizen way. And here's the absolute key. Action doesn't come from motivation. It's the other way around. Action is what creates motivation. Action builds momentum, and that momentum is the energy we call inspiration. So, just imagine a student, right? Unlike Yuki, this student commits to just one small thing, practicing one single sword form every morning. On day one, it feels like nothing. But after a month, that movement is second nature. After 3 months, their body is stronger, their technique is cleaner. After half a year, a real foundation of skill has been built, all while others are still checking the weather, waiting for the perfect day to begin. And this really brings us to the core lesson from the samurai. They understood that discipline isn't some magical feeling of being ready. It's about taking a step forward, even when every part of you is telling you to stay put.
Let's be real for a second. Waiting for the right moment is usually just fear wearing a clever disguise. We're afraid of the discomfort, afraid of not getting it right immediately, afraid of being tired. But real strength, true discipline, that's the ability to act anyway.
The famous samurai teacher Yagyu Munenori put it perfectly. If you wait for the ideal moment to draw your sword, to launch your project, to make that change, you're probably going to be waiting forever. So, how do we take all this ancient wisdom and actually use it? The moral of the story isn't just work harder. It's about changing the very thing that drives our actions.
It all comes down to a simple shift. You're not a person who waits for motivation to show up. You are a person who acts on your commitments. How you feel about it in the moment, that's completely irrelevant to the decision to actually do the work.
And this right here is the thought that can change everything.
Feelings are fickle. They're like the weather. They come and go. But your commitments? That's the solid ground you build your life on. Let your commitments be your guide, not your temporary emotions.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Forget about the huge mountain for a second. Don't wait for inspiration to magically appear. Right now, what is the one tiny single step you can take today, not because you feel like it, but because of what you are committed to building? What's it going to be?